It was a quiet night. Inside a college dorm, everyone was asleep. And then he walked in. No warning. No sound. Minutes later, screams broke the silence. Blood. And two students never made it out alive. His name was Ted Bundy. (1978), Florida. Late at night, a college dormitory sat in silence. Most students were asleep. Nothing seemed unusual. But that night, a man entered the building. Quietly. He moved through the darkness, walking up the stairs without hesitation. Minutes later, everything changed. Screams broke the silence. Footsteps rushed through the halls. And then, blood. When police arrived, the scene was chaos. Several students were injured. 2 young women were already dead. The investigation began immediately, and soon a man was arrested, Ted Bundy. But this was not just a murder case. By then, he had already been terrorizing the United States for years. Most people imagine a killer as someone obviously dangerous. But Ted Bundy looked nothing like that. He was calm, well-spoken, and charming, the kind of person people trusted quickly. He studied law, worked in politics, and spoke confidently. People described him as intelligent, friendly, and easy to talk to. At social gatherings, he stood out naturally, not because he tried, but because people were drawn to him. He smiled often, warm, approachable, so no one suspected him. No one questioned him, because nothing about him felt dangerous. And that was exactly why he was. Ted Bundy was born in 1946 in Vermont. His early life seemed ordinary, but his family held a secret. He was raised by his grandparents, and the young woman in the house treated him with care, but never called herself his mother. Instead, she acted like his sister. For years, he believed it, until one day, he learned the truth. She wasn't his sister. She was his mother. What impact did that have? No one knows for certain, but many believe that confusion and hidden identity may have shaped something deeper within him. In 1974, young women began disappearing in Washington state. At first, the cases seemed unrelated, but over time, a pattern emerged. Most victims were college students. Brown hair, parted in the middle. This wasn't coincidence. Someone was choosing. Then a witness spoke. He seemed friendly, and he said his name was Ted. That was the turning point. Bundy used a simple strategy. He made himself look harmless. An injured arm, crutches. Then he asked for help, politely, calmly. Most people didn't hesitate. They approached him, walked with him, followed him to his car, and then they disappeared. His vehicle was a Volkswagen Beetle, ordinary, forgettable, which made it perfect. By 1975, fear was spreading. The media covered the cases daily. Then, a woman called police. She recognized the pattern because it matched someone she knew. His name is Ted, and he drives a Volkswagen. The police took note, but suspicion was not enough. He remained free. One night, a police officer stopped a car, a Volkswagen Beetle. Inside, Ted Bundy. The officer searched the vehicle. Handcuffs, rope, a mask. Strange items, but not enough for an arrest. So Bundy was released. A survivor changed everything. She identified him without hesitation. That's him. Bundy was arrested for attempted kidnapping. But what unsettled people most was his calm behavior. Even smiling, Nothing about him matched the crimes. In 1977, Bundy escaped from a courthouse. He jumped from a window and vanished. Police searched for days. He was eventually found exhausted and weak. Captured again, but he escaped again. This time, through the ceiling. Carefully planned. By the time guards noticed, he was gone. He fled to Florida. In 1978, Bundy attacked a college dormitory. The violence was sudden, brutal. 2 women were killed, others injured. The nation was shocked. Days later, he was captured. This time, for good. The trial drew national attention. Bundy defended himself, calm, confident. But the evidence was overwhelming. Witnesses, physical proof. The verdict: guilty. Sentence: death. Years later, he began to speak, but never fully. Some truths were revealed. Others remained unclear. Even today, the exact number of victims is unknown. January 24th, 1989. Florida, before sunrise. Bundy was executed. His final words: "Give my love to my family." And just like that, it ended. But the question remains: how could someone so normal be capable of such horror? Because sometimes the most dangerous people don't look dangerous at all. Ted Bundy. This story ends here, but in the darkness, stories remain. Will you stay for the next one? Dark Case Hub.